Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Up next on ESPN, you know you're a tough guy if you got barbed wire tattooed on your bicep. Talking about 7-year veteran Timmy Dwight. We'll see if he can make an impact in this one. Denver, San Diego, now.
Well, the fans definitely look pumped up and ready for today's game. Welcome to Qualcomm Stadium. I'm Dan Stevens. Covering today's game with me is my buddy Peter O'Keefe. Peter, there is an air of desperation here that you can just feel.
Well, that happens when a team is facing elimination from the playoffs. You know, this game is a must-win. I expect them to play their hearts out today, and it should make for one heck of an exciting game.
And now let's go down to the coin toss.
I choose tails.
It's heads.
Jason Elam kicking off for the Broncos.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Elam boots the opening kickoff. Chapman catches it back at the 2. Tackled at the 26.
Doug Chapman received that nice kick and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
The Chargers send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their own 26-yard line. Tomlinson chews up 4 yards, and that will bring up second down.
With the tackle. 2nd and 5. Ball at the Chargers, 30-yard line.
Tomlinson gets the call again and rambles for about 5.
John Mobley just planted the ball carrier in the turf short of the markers. But the only thing that's going to grow there is the D's morale.
They don't allow them to convert, but they did allow them to get very close.
3rd and short. Let's see if they can come up with another big stand.
3rd down, 1 man down. Dyson goes in motion. Tomlinson gains 3 yards, and that brings up 1st down. Wilson takes him down back at the 36.
Al Wilson targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's his 2nd tackle so far.
Ball at the Chargers, 36-yard line.
Tomlinson makes a tough catch and gains a couple. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
And Al Wilson has really established himself as the vocal leader of this unit. 6'2", 240 out of Tennessee. There's the types of plays that have earned him 2 straight trips to Honolulu.
3rd down, 9 yards to go. Rivers throws a bullet, and this one is incomplete.
Lenny Walls didn't let much daylight get between him and his assignment. Nice coverage to force the incompletion.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. Sifries gets the ball and punts it away. Bailey fields the punt at the 21. Stopped at the 28.
Champ Bailey racked up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Broncos will start this drive at their own 28-yard line. Second down with the tight end right. Lee goes in motion. Hurst chews up 4 yards, and that brings up third down.
Four receivers line up as the defense settles into a nickel package.
Manning passes this one after the play action, and it's complete at the 42. 10, eventually tackled at the 2. It'll be first and goal.
Rod Smith showed why he's such a valuable guy to have downfield.
He makes the catch, but then cuts loose for plenty more.
You can't coach that.
Peter, how's that for a way to start for a receiver? First pass out of the gates is a bomb, and he gets under it to make the catch.
You gotta love it. Make the defense a little off guard from the get-go.
Fletcher tips it away on the coverage, incomplete.
Jamar Fletcher came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Second down from the eye.
Ball at the 2-yard line.
Weaver goes in motion. Hurst gets the toss and runs into traffic, and touchdown.
This is a nice short yardage run here, Dan. When push comes to shove, you want to be able to get the yards you need. And as you can see, they got it.
Great effort to get him into the end zone, Peter.
Yeah, that's how to play the game. 110%.
Jason Elam to attempt the extra point. Number 16, holding.
Here's the point after, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Elam rockets this one deep. Turner decides to take it out of the end zone. Dragged down at the 21.
Michael Turner got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Chargers stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 21-yard line. Tomlinson gets the call on first down, and will end up losing a bunch here.
John Mobley was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
That's his third tackle of the game.
Ball at the Chargers, 21-yard line.
Rivers throws a bullet here, and it's not reeled in. Incomplete.
Tim Dwight didn't have anybody on him, and yet he couldn't make the catch.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be third down.
Third and 10. Ball at the Chargers, 21-yard line.
Ferguson tips it away on the coverage, incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Nick Ferguson managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
Sifries lines up to punt after the 3 and out.
Champ Bailey to make the return.
Sifries takes the long snap and punts it away. Bailey hits it at the 40. Brought down at the 49.
Champ Bailey did a nice job getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
The Broncos had an effective first drive, and we'll see if they can keep it up. They'll start at the 49-yard line. Lieber tackles him behind the line of scrimmage.
Ben Lieber targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up there.
That will bring up second down. And that'll do it for quarter number one. The Broncos are out in front, 7-0.
That first quarter, I'm just warming up. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Broncos, 50 yards.
Weaver goes in motion. Hurst chews up 4 yards, and that will bring up third down. Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. Watts makes the catch out to the left, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Darius Watts is just crazy good on this play, Dan. He refuses to be intimidated by triple coverage. I would have tried to throw somewhere else, I think. Oh, but it didn't matter. He made the catch. Great job.
A beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. Hurst picked up about 12, and that will bring up first down.
Nice gain on this baby. Look at him eat up the yardage here.
First and 10. Ball at the 16-yard line.
Smith catches this one, and he's just barely past the markers for a first.
Peyton Manning dings this one perfectly. Great pass, great catch, great play. Let's have another look. Bullseye. What a precise throw. They keep doing plays like this, he could be in big trouble.
First down, 2 tight ends in the game. Hurst takes the handoff and gets past the line. Tackled at the 1.
Go right, stand, 2nd and goal. Ball at the 1.
Williams crushes him behind the line at the 1.
Jamal Williams targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Peter, that has to be tough to do. He used his weight to make the stop, and he did it against one of the most evasive players on the field.
You got to guess a direction in that situation, and he guessed right. That's instincts.
Hurst takes it for his 8th carry and is dropped short of the marker. That will bring up 4th and goal.
Jason Elam to make the 18-yard attempt. Number 16, forward. Jason
4th down, goal to go.
Number 16, forward.
Elam from 18 yards, and it's good.
Jason Elam takes the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel. Not the way he would have wanted to, though.
For the first time today, they leave the red zone with only a field goal to show for it.
You know, overall, Dan, the defense has to be happy with how that one played out.
Elam booms a beauty here. Chapman decides to take it out of the end zone. Back down at the 22.
Doug Chapman got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Chargers offense has to score here. This drive will start at their own 22-yard line. Dyson goes in motion. Tomlinson picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down.
LaDainian Tomlinson used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
Rivers rifles this one hard over the middle, and it's complete for a first down and a whole lot more. First down, two receivers to the left. Tomlinson barrels up. The Chargers take their first time out.
Second and 6. Ball at the 47.
Rivers throws a lob right sideline, and it's intercepted. Stopped at the 32.
Phillip Rivers is feeling some pressure as he lets this one go, which is why it zings right into the defender's reach. Wishes he had that one back.
That's the first time he's been picked off today, and by the look on his face, well, he knows he should not have thrown that one.
That is one unhappy man down there.
The Broncos are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their 32-yard line. Smith catches it in the flat and picks up 4 on the play.
Rod Smith had nobody on him. The quarterback saw it and got the ball to him.
They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Second and 6. Ball at the Broncos, 36-yard line.
Manning rifles it out left side, and it's complete at the 42. Tackled, and the clock will continue to run. First down.
Check out the yards after the catch. That's where a receiver can earn his paycheck.
Anderson goes in motion. Hurst has his number called on first down and maybe picks up 1 on the play.
Garrison Hurst used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Manning throws a beauty to the right side, and it's off, incomplete. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Broncos enjoying the lead 10-0. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
Okay, Dana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our halftime numbers and look at the difference in time of possession. The Chargers are certainly losing because of it. It's hard to win when you play like that. We'll pick up the action midway through the first quarter. Rod Smith emerged as a real weapon as he pulled one in here. A 65-yard play that set up a Bronco touchdown. The Broncos strike first and go up by 7. The Bronx later on in the second quarter, this time at the 47. Peyton Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. That set up an extra point-like 19-yard field goal. Chargers late into the second quarter, Bolts losing by 10. Champ Bailey is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. And that's where we'll leave this one. Bolts are down at the half, 10-0. Time now for our Halftime Hero Award, which recognizes the most dominant player of the first half. Duh. This time, there can be no question. Rod Smith has played outstanding. And now let's return to the second half with Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe.
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Broncos get the ball first this half, and another score by them could really open up this game. They currently lead 10-0. Let's get down to the field and the action. Luke decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 21. Peter, interesting order to the division, isn't there?
Oh, you bet.
Susie Culber is down on the field and has some information for us. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. Head coach Mike Shanahan gave me a moment to speak to him at halftime. He's been thrilled with their defensive execution, saying, "We've shut them out defensively, and our offense has been taking care of business. We can't get cocky. We just have to keep after it and give them no chance to come back on us." Guys, back to you.
Susie, thank you. Manning unloads this to the right sideline, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down. First down with a split backfield. Hurst gets the ball and heads left. Brought down at the 47.
Garrison Hurst was assisted on that play by some great blocking that opened up holes for him. Without those blockers, he would have been toast.
Anderson gets the call on second down and maybe picks up one on the play.
Mike Anderson stuck close to his blockers, but the play folded quicker than an over-caffeinated origami artist.
And he did a super job of lining up his man and then, pow, taking him down.
That's a great battle down there, Dan. This time, a D-win.
Chamberlain catches it in the flat, and they convert on third down.
Peyton Manning threw a perfect pass back there. You know, I had a better shot at it than the defense did, and hey, I'm up here in the booth.
Peter, they did what they needed to do, and they squeak it past the first down line.
Yeah, he knew what he needed to do, and he done did it.
How eloquently put.
Thank you.
First down, both wideouts to the right. Hurst loses one on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Jason Fisk targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's his second tackle so far. Lallee goes in motion. Slides down at the 41.
Peyton Manning decided at the last moment to scramble back there, and it worked out.
Manning throws a big rainbow here, and they get the first on third and long.
Illegal forward pass, number 18, offense. 5-yard penalty and loss of down.
Peyton Manning was past the line of scrimmage on that play, which made the pass irrelevant. That was an illegal forward pass.
The penalty will hurt them big from here. It pushes them to fourth down.
Yeah, if you ever wanted proof why you can't get sloppy on the field, here it is.
Knorr takes the snap and punts it away. Jammer fields the punt at the 11. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Well, the turnover column has the grim news, in my opinion. If you want to win, you have to hold on to the ball. Quentin Jammer didn't get very far running that ball back, but on the bright side, the kick was pretty lackluster, so his offense gets pretty good field position anyway.
The Chargers haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 16-yard line. Hill goes in motion. Tomlinson chews up 4 yards, and that brings up second down.
Second and 6. Ball at the Chargers, 20-yard line.
Tomlinson gets the call again and picks up a couple.
Ball carrier, Al Wilson with the tackle.
LaDainian Tomlinson just hasn't gotten into a groove and isn't finding running room anywhere. This has been tough, and he's struggled to get 20 yards on 9 carries.
Third down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Ball at the Chargers, 22-yard line.
Rivers fires this one over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Al Wilson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Peter, the defense stood tall and forced the incompletion, but I don't understand that call. They wouldn't have gotten much at all, even if it was complete.
Fourth down either way, and in my opinion, too, a bad call.
Sifries lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Sifries gets the snap and punts it away. Bailey takes it at the 42. Dragged down at the 50.
Champ Bailey racked up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Broncos had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their 50-yard line. Manning throws a heater right sideline, and it's good for a gain of 8.
Rod Smith had a defender close by, but was able to bring down the catch.
Peter, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Second down, just a single receiver on the field. First has his number called on second down and gets well past the markers for a first.
Garrison Hurst took advantage of some really good blocking there on that last run. When you get the initial surge like that, good things happen, especially in the ground game.
Nice second down call, and they will move the chain.
On offense, it was always a plus to avoid third down altogether, just like that.
Edwards tackles him behind the line of scrimmage.
Donnie Edwards was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up there.
That will bring up second down. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Broncos enjoying a lead 10-0. Hauls it in right side and is at the 30. Stopped at the 28.
Mike Anderson got wide open and made the easy grab. Great job to take advantage of the D's confusion.
That is only his first catch of the game, believe it or not, and it took all the way into the fourth quarter to get it. Pretty unusual to not call his name for this long.
It is, and he's surprised it took this long as well. He loves to see the ball coming his way.
Smith goes in motion. First takes it for his 14th carry and lowers his shoulder for the first.
Garrison Hurst charged like a rhino on that last play. Just lowered his shoulder and pow, plowed right through.
A big gain on third, and they will easily move the chain.
Perfect call for the situation, Dan. No trouble in getting the first.
Hurst gets the call again and heads upfield. Tackled at the 16.
Second and 3.
Look at the numbers generated on the ground. That is impressive.
Dingle makes the hit in the backfield at the 18.
Adrian Dingle targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They don't let that play get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will bring up third down. Third down, coming up on the 10th play of the drive. Rips him down in the backfield, and that takes them even farther away from the markers. It'll be 4th down.
Jamal Williams was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Another tackle, and he's starting to fill up the stat book.
He is dominating, Dan. So far, he's got 5 tackles.
4th down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Fourth down, 5 yards to go.
Number 16, holding.
Elam kicks from 36 yards out, and it's up through the goal post. Good.
Jason Elam puts in an easy short one. A clean kick, no worries.
They'll take the 3 points, but they were hoping for 7.
But that's the second time today they get close, only to have to bring in the kicker.
Jason Elam kicking off for the
The
ball.
ref gets the signal, and we're set. Elam kicks this one away.
Michael Turner took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Chargers start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:53. The Chargers take their first time out. Second down, 1 man back.
Ball at the Chargers, 34-yard line.
Gets the set. The Chargers will take a timeout. That's their second. Third down. The clock is stopped at 1:41.
Chargers, 28-yard line.
Rivers zips it to the left sideline, and the reception is made shy of the markers, and that will stop the clock at 1:37. It'll be 4th down.
Eric Parker got out of bounds at the end of the run and wisely stopped the clock.
Peter, they couldn't get the last few yards they wanted, and now it is 4th down.
Boy, a good call, but as you said, they just couldn't get the last few yards they needed.
Rips him down in the backfield, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Kelly Herndon comes in untouched on this play and just wallops the quarterback. Hey, where was the O-line, Dan? Did they just give up? Oh, that quarterback's going to be pointing fingers on that one.
Well, they don't convert on 4th down, and that will be it for them.
Yeah, chalk this one up in the L column, Dan. It's all over.
2 yards on the play.
Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Elam boots it from 50 yards out and puts it straight through the uprights and good.
Jason Elam really gets the whole ball here, and he needed it. Watch. That's a powerful kick for 3 points, my friend. When he needs to, he can boot that thing.
That's his third field goal of the day, and giving your team 9 points is nothing to sneeze at.
Well, unless those 9 points are covered by pollen.
Watch it.
Sorry, that makes no sense.
All right.
Sorry.
Elam booms a beauty here. Turner decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 20.
Michael Turner got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Chargers will start this drive deep in their own territory with the clock at 6. Dyson grabs the rope right side and is well past the markers for a first down.
Phillip Rivers throws right past the coverage and into his receiver's hands. Nice throw.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chains.
And let me tell you, Dan, hearing those chains move is one of the best sounds in the game for an offense.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Broncos come out on top 16-0. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN Video Games post-game wrap-up. The Broncos stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Peyton Manning connected with his man on this one. After driving 31 yards on 8 plays, Jason Elam would come on and connect on the field goal try, connect on their second field goal. The Bronx, after his stop on fourth down, Bronx winning by 13. Jason Elam is going to try to dial one in from very long distance. Plenty of leg to it, though. It's good. They're now up by 16. Phillip Rivers would find his target on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Bronx serve up a shutout, 16-0. Now let's check in with our player of the game. A guy who made one big-time catch after another to help seal the win for his team. Rod Smith is on the sidelines with Susie Culver. Susie?
Thank you, Chris. You helped carry your team today and led your team to a big win. What do you think was the critical factor in getting the W?
Yeah, to be honest, we just came together as a team real well today. My teammates all helped me out a lot, and I'm playing with a great cast of characters alongside me. I'm just happy to get the W, and now we've got to move on and look ahead.
Chris, back to you.
Thanks for tuning into ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports for 25 years and counting. I'm Chris Berman. We'll see you next time. Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Lions come away with a 7-point win. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Bengals win their 4th game of the year. The Chiefs won this contest, but will stay at the 2nd place in the AFC West. Chris Claiborne played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. Broncos, Chargers. He's ranked. Rod Smith came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. The Broncos win this one by the final score of 16-0. David Carr went to the end zone 4 times and helped his Texans beat the Jets. By the warm waters of Tampa Bay, we had the Buccaneers get embarrassed by 20. Over in Ralston, Maryland, we had the Redskins come away with a 7-point win. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Todd Washington will be moving on from his current address, and he gets a pretty good deal to do it. 4 years, $1.6 million.
Panthers, Saints. Aaron Brooks is always tough to cover inside the red zone. The ball at the 18-yard line, and there's a little room at the 2. Touchdown! The Saints go on to win this by the final score of 27-20. The Patriots defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at the Cleveland Browns Stadium. The Steelers lost on the road but will get to head home and meet the Jets. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Bills pick up their 8th win of the year. 49ers, Rams. 8th win. Marshall Faulk is in his own territory, would like to get his team out to the midfield stripe. Takes the pitch, goes off right tackle, bursts through the hole. Look at him go! The 20, the 10, touchdown! 62 yards. The Rams go on to win this by the final score of 16-2. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Casey Wegman won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own mash unit. Marvin Jones is probably the one that most leaps out at you. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Aeneas Williams is going to find himself on the shelf, and that will be a major blow to his team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
The Colts won this contest and will now move to first place in the AFC South. Javon Kearse played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. Cowboys, Seahawks. Why he's ranked. Quincy Carter is eyeing the end zone from the 11-yard line. And now stutter steps, goes across the middle. Beautiful pass, touchdown. The Cowboys win this one by the final score of 28-24.
All right, Chris, thanks. With the playoffs a little more than a month away, things are starting to get real interesting when it comes to seeding and the races for the division crowns. Let's start things off by taking a look at the AFC.
So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.